Welcome to the Chuckleheads, not Chuckleheads, Counsel of Jester Side Quest Edition. We're talking about TTRPG horror stories. God damn, my brain hurts.
I think that's perfect. It's a good example of the host.
Yeah.
We are Chuckleheads, truly.
We are truly Chuckleheadly worthy of Chucklehead. So, we each have a horror story, personal and or whatever. So, who wants to go first and tell? Yeah. Who wants to go first and tell their story?
Mine is a really funny one.
Like when you.
So I don't know where you want
mine
it.
is a shitty DM, so I think we should end on a higher note than
Yeah.
mine. Like my first DM was so rules anal.
Ooh.
With his own house rules. Like, you could not be any alignment lower than true neutral. Chaotic neutral, not allowed.
The fuck? That's the best type of neutral. That's the best.
Anything evil was not allowed.
Well, at least you could be chaotic good. That gives you a lot of wiggle room.
That gives you a bit of wiggle room, yes.
Yeah, you can blow up
but
evil organization's base and say, yeah, I am being chaotic. I blew it up because they're evil.
And he would just straight up change rules because he felt like they were too overpowered.
The fuck?
Interesting. So I have two stories. One is because of a horrible DM.
Okay. Should I tell you how funny are your stories, King? By the way.
Depends on how funny you find complete ineptitude and trying to kill players.
I mean, my DM was a good DM. He just was very set in his ways. I mean, I understand you're Mormon, but dude, not everyone in the fucking planet is Mormon.
Yeah, but no, my story involves inept DM who really didn't understand anything they were doing. So I don't know where you want to place this.
Okay, let's start with Jar's video, Jartron's story first, then mine, then yours, because you have two stories. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay, Jar, tell us your story. Dun, dun,
Alrighty.
Dun.
So, I was using one of the feats that he had nerfed by DM.
Okay.
Because he felt it was too overpowered. I understand it is a pretty overpowered feat.
What is it? What was the feat?
Unarmored defense proficiency.
I don't think I would call that overpowered.
Yeah, I don't think that's overpowered. It's very limited to certain classes, if memory serves it correctly, depending on...
The book that I found said it could be used as a fighter bonus feat.
It is also really dependent on your build, because typically the unarmored defense either can go off of Dex or Wiz. I'm not sure how the book you used built it, but
it added straight to the plus 10 that you naturally get on your AC.
Yeah, that's how it works normally.
And then it just used your Dex as normal.
Okay, so it's not that powerful then. Gotcha.
When you're a Dex-based fighter, so you're not using strength for anything really.
Okay.
You become really hard to hit.
Okay, but then you can fudge rolls. Like, does this hit? Okay.
That is, let's just say things happened along the way. I decided to buy a singular magic item.
Okay, what was this magic item?
Cloak of Displacement.
Yeah.
He had decided that I was offensive enough, I needed to die.
He could have just... Okay. In my opinion, he could have said, hey, I know you have these items, but can you, like, hold off on using them? Or give them to someone that might need them more? like talk to you or
Well-
something. Did he try doing that at all?
No.
It shows an incompetent DM because those only affect AC. He could have just involved some more save-based things.
That
that's
too.
what he did.
Oh.
That's how he decided to get rid of my character.
Ooh.
So 3.5 has a creature known as a prismatic dragon.
Oh wait, this
Okay.
wasn't 3.5. He could just use touch AC.
He
Oh, no.
decided to use a prismatic dragon.
Oh no, I don't know what that is, but it's gonna be fun.
I don't know if prismatic is the same thing in 5th edition or if it's in 5th edition. Because
My understanding, Prismatic has not been introduced in 5th edition. I haven't dug through all the books, but I've not come across it.
I haven't come
But
across
prismatic does effects based on what color of said prismatic whatever hits you.
Oh, it's color damage. Different colors equal different damage. Okay.
Yeah, it works
Different
like color
effects, not
spray.
even damage.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it works kind of like color spray.
Okay. Sanitary.
This prismatic dragon happened to have 3 heads. All 3 breathed on me in a line. DM made sure I was dying.
That's a dickish DM. I'm not gonna lie.
And I had multi-classed into rogue so I can get Shadow Dancer as a prestige class.
Which is a really fun prestige. I love the feat it gets later on. Dance of Shadows, I believe.
I didn't get that far, so I don't remember.
Damn.
But he decided I was so offensive because I had dodge and mobility.
Uh-huh.
I was a fighter that hit like a truck and could not be hit. I was the scariest thing in the campaign in his eyes. My character was sent to the void via Prismatic Dragon.
Oh wow. He could have just talked to you and like, hey, can you
He could have asked me to do something.
Yes, he could have used his big boy words. He could have used talk no jutsu. But no.
Something. But nope.
He was also in complete control of what magic items were in the game, so he could have, read character sheets and be like, what am I doing with the game? What are the things they could be fighting?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to cause a giant issue.
Yeah.
He could have done a lot of things, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And so my character was voided. I couldn't be true res.
The fuck?
So in 3.5, the void is part of the negative energy plane, and nothing can exist in the negative energy plane besides negative energy, or beings made of negative energy.
So undead?
I was dead.
You were super dead. Okay.
There was no bringing my happy ass back. There was no way to do anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, souls are considered to be made of positive energy in 3.5, and if you put that in the negative energy, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Poof. Okay, you go poof. Okay.
So I was just straight up gone. And then magically, after my character is gone, the dragon decides, you know what? I'm going to fuck right off and leave the rest of the party alive.
The fuck? It's basically, I'm here to kill you.
Blue bolted me. I would have felt better about it.
But no, it's like, I'm going to fuck you up. Just you. You're good. Fuck you. Basically.
I wasn't even the scariest thing in the party.
What
we
the
had
fuck?
a cleric that didn't let people die. Had a spell that just said, you're not allowed to die yet.
Damn.
It's like we had to meta build against this guy, this DM, because he was the way he was.
So he was a dick. Okay.
But he was friends with my dad, so that was my gateway into D&D too.
Ugh. Well, it is my turn, and this is my story, and it's the only one I have. which is very surprising in my own opinion, because usually some people have more than one story. However, yeah, I think you guys read it before, but it's about my first ever bard. He was a changeling. I wish I still had his sheet, but no, I decided to delete his sheet by accident. So, in this little campaign idea, we had to get a present to a wedding, and that's all cool and stuff. I'm going to introduce characters as I go, but as I was introduced, to the party, they cut me out of a monster with instrument and gear and all, which I'm like, okay. He could have just, and as a DM, as a going to be soon to be most likely forever DM, my character was like, I could have, in my head, oh, you could have made us meet up on the road. Like, hey, you guys going to the same direction? Oh, cool. Oh, you got the same job? Oh, cool. We could do the same. We could do this whole thing. No, we got to cut me out of a monster. And
I hope the monster was physically big enough to hold you in its stomach.
It was, and it wasn't, I think, because changelings are a medium-sized creature in the companion. So
that thing would be huge, if not bigger.
Yeah, but no, I think it was a large or maybe a medium-sized creature that was slowly digesting me. But anyway, we were going through a little area where there were two homebrew monsters. You know what a Namby bear is in like folklore?
No.
A Namby bear is a giant fucking, I think, African cryptid. And that fucker, funny thing is, the guy who was running the game, we gave them ability to eat people's brains when they get a crit.
Yummy.
Yeah. And I didn't, and here's the funny thing, I was prone. And this is how I got proned and grappled by the bears. They found a ring or whatever before I joined the game. This blue fox guy with a fox companion that only spoke Sylvan was there. And I was like, oh, I talked to Sylvan too. I talked to him. I try to be friendly. I'm like, okay. The blue fox guy, I couldn't get a good read on him. To be honest, he could have just hated my guts since I was new. Or he hated the game. I can't tell. After thinking about it for a while, I can't even remember what he sounded like. But, Anyway, the blue fox guy was going to go into a cave guarded by the Namby bears. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. We shouldn't leave, like split the party. I'm like, I want to go with you, but the Namby bears stopped me. I tried sliding under them, like, hey, I'm coming with you. But they grappled me. The Namby bears grappled me. The other players are like, hey, to the blue fox guy. And he was like, I'm just going to go in. The other guys are like, dude, what the fuck? You can't leave a guy being grappled and being mauled to death by fucking bears. And one of the players, and I'm going to call this character Doc for reasons. Doc is like, what the fuck? He wanted to shoot an arrow past him and hit a wall to get his attention. The DM, in his all bright wisdom, I don't want to know what he was thinking, said, make sure you don't hit his AC. I'm like, okay. They hit above his AC. And they hit the fucking blue fox guy. And they flat out said, no, I was not aiming for him. I was aiming for the wall. Just to get his attention. Blue fox guy thought I shot the arrow and shanked me in the kidney while I was prone, which gave the Namby bears enough time to eat my fucking brain. We had a cleric on the team, and I feel bad for the cleric. They tried to revivify me, but the DM's like, hey, You can't do that. You had to be the whole body had to be there. His brain was eaten.
That sounds like the DM hated you.
I just met the guy too. I was like, hey, can I wanted to join. I answered his apply, and I'm like, hey, can I join? I'm a first time player. Never met the guy beforehand. I was learning stuff. I was like, okay. And the funny thing is, I stayed in that game for a couple more sessions, but my thrill of D&D was slowly dying. But here's the thing. After my character died, they found out that my character died on unblessed ground, as in a demon ground, like cursed ground, where undead can probably come back. They burned my character alive. They burned the corpse, basically. So he wouldn't come back as undead. Then Simp Wizard Paladin, who I'm going to call Simp for reasons, came in and he had an overpowered wizard just for this one session to save my character. However, he just blew up the Namby Bears. And then then the rest of the party GTFO'd, like got the fuck out of there fast. Fox guy's character said, fuck this shit, and changed his character to a blue Aarakocra. I don't know why he liked blue. But that player stopped coming after I came back. Or not came back, I popped in after I made a new character, which I called my Monk of Doom. You want to know why I called him? And I gave him like an NPC family. He was adopted Fire Genasi's son. His adopted father was a dwarven monk. He had a sister that was a shadow rogue, and another sister that was, I think, an open hands monk. Here's the thing. When my character was introduced to the party, they were in a gym. Like, there was a time paradox going around in the land, and once in a while, there will be a random item or a random place that appeared. And how do I say this? In there was a person that you will probably heard the meme name of, Swoldemort. A female Swoldemort. And Simp changed his character because that wizard character was OP as fuck. And it was a one-time thing just to get us out of there. Get the rest of the players out of there. So they won't have to dive to the Namby Bears. Simp was like, I'm going to try to try to seduce the fucking roided out wizard person, because they were roided out. And yeah, he nearly died. My character's like, fuck this shit, I ain't taking part of this. Because I kept on having that mentality of keep the party together. And my character just busted down the door and got the fuck out of there. Dragging that fucking paladin out of there. Like, fuck this shit. We left that area. We went to a nightclub that looked abandoned near a town that didn't allow magic. You want to know how many magic casters we had on that team?
Way too fucking many?
About half, yes. Well, we entered the town. We rescued a few people from a crazy guy with a dick flamethrower on it. And then unchain Azamar that was unchained to his whatever was there. We helped him out. It was like, oh yay, we got something done. Then the police came in from the town that didn't allow magic. Someone ratted us out. But then we had a druid that had diplomatic immunity, which means yay. We went to a like, you know those stores that say we're going out of business, everything's XYZ off? Like, whatever off?
Yeah.
Well, we went to one of those shops. I nicknamed one of the characters or the shopkeepers Nappa. because I felt like, that's a funny name. He might be a funny guy just to have fun with. Apparently, Naba wanted to steal all our shit back from us, so he sent a few goons out. Guess what Doc, the Warlock, I think Ranger mix did?
Killed them?
He did. That was a good thing. He killed the thugs. Yes, we killed them. He Eldritch blasted them in the middle of the fucking town. That didn't allow magic. The cops were after us then. Then we somehow found ourselves in a circus. Don't know how that happened, but we got to a pet shop.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would the paladin be technically illegal because he's not using magic, he's using divine gifts?
I can't tell you. It's been so long, but I think divine magic or healing magic was allowed in that area. But it was very, looked down on. So, yeah. I can't truly remember, but this is going to be very frustrating. When we got nearly out of the town, got pets. I got an owl. I named him Hooter. Because Hootie. And they tried taking out, and when we got near the circus or whatever, this is before we got out of the town, I was like, fuck, I started zoning out. Because somehow my character had great weapon masters as a monk, and he picked the longbow. And I was still a newbie player. I like monks. I used to take martial arts, so I like monks because they seem fun. But here's the thing. When I zoned out, I was still there mentally. I was just like, I just wanted this to be over. I just want this to be over. And best way to explain this whole thing, they went into a circus-like area, freed a tiger, because we had a new player by then. I don't know what they were called then, but they had dragon scales on a plant on a how do I say this? In a world where dragons are most likely extinct. And we had another player that was a dragonborn or something like that. That was actually a dragon in disguise.
Now, Dragonborn have really interesting histories in D&D.
Yeah.
If you come from 3.5, there was actually a specific template you got called the Dragonborn of Bahamut. Yeah, and they were generated races made by a god.
Well, here's the thing. The DM said there's no dragons in the world. And yet he broke the whole thing. I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay, that's slightly bad world building after we learned that the world went through a magical technological Armageddon and it's just rebuilding itself now. So that was weird. So we picked up, we were getting stuff for, it was a pickup mission. We were giving plot hooks once in a while. I'm like, okay, we could probably take those up later after thinking about them. We left when we were about to leave the town and we found that circus area, like I said earlier. We basically freed a tiger from a circus thing, killed the owner of the circus thing, if memory serves me correctly. The druid befriends the tiger, and it was a old school OG D&D player, so I didn't blame him for not truly understanding 5e or whatever. Here's the thing that irks me. When we were about to leave, all of the people that had magic items were about to be arrested by the police that's from the new no magic city. We gave up those items so we wouldn't have to be arrested. Then we somehow were given different character sheets for a flashback thing session in a fucking gun armory. How do we do this? I don't know. I could be misremembering, but remember when I mentioned Doc and Unchained? Well, Doc and Unchained went to hunt down Nappa. They got themselves killed, if memory serves me correctly. It was just a whole clusterfuck of a game. I just left. I tried making up excuses for not being there. Like, oh, I got food poisoning. I got to do stuff for college. And I was in college around that time, so yeah. Then I met a different group. That's where I made Joe. Joe, the slightly brain dead bear totem warrior barbarian, and he's still my favorite character I ever made. And that's how I also got into homebrewing, because I didn't think I was strong enough to do that. So most of my homebrew is kind of busted, so I might need to refix some of them.
My favorite character I ever made was a privateer fighter. Her job before the campaign was privateer.
Yeah.
Fighter, and she was dual wielding a longsword and a pistol.
That's cool. But going back to the topic of this video, I really didn't like how that DM run his game, because it was like a revolving door of different players once after a while.
I think it's mainly the DM's fault. He had no continuity.
I mean, sometimes that's also just how D&D works.
Yeah.
Scheduling conflicts and things of that nature. Like
No. He constantly was looking for new
where-
players. He was constantly looking for new players, and we had like so many revolving doors of so many different players. I didn't mention it, but he had a different player character chained to a wall with the flamethrower dick guy. And it was niche reference after niche reference. I didn't care. I could care less about the references. But we had to feed them, and it was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, what the fuck? Sorry to interrupt you, King. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Go on.
But it was like very irking, because my first ever bard died, and that's why I don't really play spellcasters anymore. So I was fearful
Hell,
that
I only started picking up spellcasters with King.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because I know how to handle spellcasters. I've been playing spellcasters since I started D&D. It's one of the reasons why I got banned from spellcasters by a lot of people. Most people won't DM from me just because. Well, you've heard some of the stories from some of my buddies.
The exploding sewer, that was the funniest one, but you were DM.
That wasn't me.
I know, but you were the DM, and I find that funny.
Yeah.
But I really don't like how that DM was playing it, and the world seemed interesting. I'm not gonna lie, the world seemed interesting. It's just like felt like a number crunch, and I was more, and that's when I realized I'm more of a role player. When I'm a player, I prefer role playing. God damn it!
So I guess it's my turn now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the first story comes from my third time being a player in 5th edition.
Oh no!
It was like 2 years into me playing 5th edition. I didn't get a lot of chance to be a player.
Okay.
Sad DM noises.
Sad DM noises. I'm actually preferring being a DM, though. I'm a better.
Well, maybe we can convince King to be a player for one of your games.
I can run one on Friday for him if he wants.
I could probably make that work. But anyway, that's not the point.
Anyway, yeah.
So the premise seemed very interesting. I found it on a pickup on Roll20. You know how people can put out the thing looking for group and stuff like that on Roll20.
Yeah,
I found it was like sea sailing, pirate adventure, find mysterious islands, that kind of stuff. I was like, okay, this could be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I get into the game, and I'm playing a rogue because no one wanted to be a rogue in this game, and we needed a skill monkey.
Oh, you always need a skilled monkey.
So I was playing a rogue. We were level 1.
Uh-huh.
For character creation, the DM let us roll stats. I had with race bonus, I had a 20 dex, a 18 con, a 16 intelligence, and a 16 wisdom. My strength and charisma weren't really important for this, so I don't even remember what those were. I think they were like a 14 and a 15, but they never used them, so they didn't matter.
Okay. Damn, that's kind of busted. Having a 20 that early in the game, like, wow.
Anyway, so I go through it. I, pick the Dungeoneering pack. Like, I'm all rogued out. I got me thieves tools. Like, I got the whole kit and caboodle, right?
You became the master.
So,
level 1.
We're in this thing. We're slaves, actually, in this pirate ship. And we're doing things. And the fighter and the barbarian, who both have above a 17 strength, I think one had an 18 and one had a 19.
Okay.
They had to roll a DC 16 strength check to pick up a 50-pound box that they both were carrying.
God damn.
That is one heavy box.
It was a 50-pound box. With a strength of that score, they could just do that one-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, them working together had to make that check.
The fuck?
They both rolled nat ones, so the DM had it where they tripped and fell underneath the box, and it like crushed them and did like a whole bunch of damage to them. So that should have set the mood for what's going to be happening here.
I think that DM's incompetent. I'm calling it. Joking, I'm sorry.
And I'm just sitting here in silence like, what just happened? Just baffled. And then lightning hits the mast. Like this big streak of lightning comes from an island and hits the mast, exploding it, causing the ship to start to sink. We all run to the boats and everything, and we head to the island on the rowboats. Mm-hmm. On the way, the bard, who for some reason is probably one of the biggest idiots I've ever seen, but anyway, he uses prestidigitation to form a cup, then dips the cup in the seawater and uses it to make it taste like wine and starts drinking it.
He knows that you can't drink seawater, right?
Huh?
Suicide
indeed.
Like, I was like, what the fuck? To that, then to the response the DM had. He's like, oh yeah, I need you to roll me 2 DC 15 charisma checks to cast prestidigitation.
What?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that a cantrip?
It is.
It doesn't have a DC, does it? I don't think it does. Okay.
No.
I don't think this DM knew the rules.
You also don't need a DC to cast a spell that is just for yourself.
Everybody, Kirstam, we are currently recording a video. Do you wish to join us in the TTRPG horror stories?
Sure. I mean, granted, I don't have many stories, or probably any stories, except for what will become of the goblin cart.
So yeah,
but,
shall I Shall I continue?
Yeah.
Please.
So yeah, you don't need to make a DC to cast a spell like that. He wasn't targeting anything. He was just using it as it was meant to be. So yeah, that was happening, and then we get to the mainland. We start trying to figure out where we are, what's going on. We eventually stumble upon a small little like village, and as we get to the tavern/inn, and the DM makes it like sound like it's some really impressive building, like 3-story, kind of big, like just something that doesn't make any sense. That nice being out here. So me being the rogue, I'm like, go look into this. So while they're talking to the proprietor, I roll a stealth check and I roll like a 19 on the dice.
Okay.
So like I'm fucking gone. No one knows I'm there.
You become disheveled.
I start going up the stairs and looking around. I find the office of the proprietor. There's nothing fishy in there, but I do retrieve like 60 gold and a magic item that is basically a compound bow that also can transform into a sword. So that was pretty cool.
Huh?
So yeah, I get that. Grab all sorts of other stuff, and I sloughed back down because there was nothing to find.
Okay.
And as I get back, we find out that the only way to get off this island is to go to the mines, go through the mines to the other side of the island to the port city, and then buy passage on a boat in that port city. And that's the only way to get off. If we wanted to get money, we could go and fight this thing called the King of the Forest, which is like this giant fuck-off wolf.
Okay.
So we're considering that, but the wolf has been sighted on the other side of the mine. So we're like, okay, we'll deal with that later when we get closer to the port city and all that.
Yeah.
While this is all happening, the bard's making a dick of himself. He's getting plastered on alcohol, doing crazy crap in the main tavern hall, and then we make a deal to sell the bard into slavery.
I mean, to be fair, he's the bard, and Lord knows he has one or two reasons why it's justified.
So we sell the bard off into slavery for like, I think 10 gold or something like that. He ends up being passed out on the tables as we leave him, as we head off towards the mines.
Yeah, and my guess, when he woke up and realized you sold him for 10 gold, it's like, what? I only want 10? Those bastards. They should have got more.
Yeah.
I would have voted for 10 gold at max because you don't know how many STIs he has.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, but
so
at the
anyway,
same time,
we're on our way to the mine. That comes after. Yeah, before we get there, the bard joins back up with us, and we're like, okay, cool, whatever. You're here now. He used his magic to help escape the bar, still having to make DC checks as he casts cantrips and stuff of that nature to cast them.
The fuck? Just that doesn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense. Why are you using DCs for? It's mainly for people, or mainly for abilities that, like, for example, Dragon Breath, Dex saving throw, or.
But that's not even to cast it. That's for the thing to resist the damage. This is just to make the spell function.
What? Why? There are other ways to do that. Like, hey, give me a percentile dice.
Mm-hmm.
To do that, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, magic.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, he was very, very incompetent. Anyway, we get to the mine.
I would love that for a campaign. All magic users have to roll on the wild magic table.
God.
We get to the mine.
Fireball.
As we're going through it, we hear some noises, and we're like, okay, I wonder what's going on. Mind you, we're still level 1 at this point.
The fuck?
And all of a sudden, 3 displacer beasts appear.
This guy is incompetent.
And I'm like, oh, haha, bye. And I use my rogue ability to double dash my happy ass away.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Basically.
Yeah, I forgot their CR, but they're higher than. That's more of a you gonna die encounter.
And so as I'm running away, I'm checking through all my supplies because we've had enough downtime for me to use my poisoner's kit, which I picked up from the village, to make some poison. Because for some reason I was able to convince the DM through like my knowledge of the background and stuff I had, because I have a criminal background. I was like, okay, I have proficiency in this kit. I have this high of a wisdom. Can I use these things to make local like herbs and they'll grab like poisonous mushrooms and stuff and make poison? He's like, yeah, sure. I rolled good enough. I had some pretty good poison on me. So while we're running from these displacer beasts and we get into this basically cutoff where we're in like a square room and there's like 3 ways out, but they're all locked. And in the corner, there is a chest. So while we're hunkered down trying to hide from these beasts because we're able to give them the slip at this point, I go to the chest and I unlock it. And as I unlock it, magically these 2 short swords, there were 2 hand axes, float out of the box and get attached to me, cursed to me, that I can't ever be away from them. And if I don't kill things with them, I suffer like a lot of damage. However, apparently these hand axes did 3d8 points of necrotic damage after the 1d6 points of damage they did. I was like, wait a minute, what?
The fuck?
That seems a little overpowered. Necrotic. That much necrotic is deadly at low level, and even if it's cursed,
I start
that's like
thinking, I'm like, oh, I got a plan. So as I was talking to my party and I'm applying the poisons I have to these hand axes to do, they were like, I rolled good enough for him to give me 2d8 worth of poison damage on these vials I have, which I had 6 of. So I used 2 of them, 1 for each axe. I'm talking about this plan to ambush the displacer beasts. While all this happening, the bard comes in. He sees the other chest in the room, which I haven't gotten to because we're talking about these new axes I got. And he's like, I am going to use presentation to start making music appear, and I'm going to sing the Mission Impossible theme song as I slide across the floor to this chest.
He is a dumbass. Or he's trying to get everyone killed.
And
To be fair, I'm just hearing a bard doing bard shit.
Rolls a charisma check to even do it. And as he's on his way, the displacer beasts start heading our way because they hear this music echoing throughout this whole, cavern we're in.
Okay, quick question. Was the bard character even paying attention?
I don't know. This man...
It's a bard. That should be a trick question. Half the time they're paying attention, half the time they're off in La La Land thinking, oh, what's my next leg going to be?
So yeah, we are able to get enough time for me to hide behind the open chest before the displacer beasts come in, and I get the drop on the first one, critting it and basically killing it in a turn. I rolled max damage on all my dice. The 3d8, the 1d6, and my surprise attack damage.
Damn.
So we instantly down 1. We whittle out the other ones because, 3d8 necrotic's a lot.
Yeah.
So we get through the encounter bruised and bloodied. We go through the mine, and as we're going through it, we see the exit like about 200 feet away from us. We just have to go through this like one really ostentatious, like basically ceremony room. And as we go through it, a summoning circle appears underneath us, and pit fiend appears in front of us.
Okay. For those who don't know, a pit fiend is a fucking demon, or what it's called, a fiend from the 9 hells, or was it the?
Yeah. It's a counter rating of a 17, I think. So this is meant for 3 to 4 level, 17 level people to fight.
And you're still level 1, aren't you?
Yes, we're still level 1. We didn't even level up off the fight of the Displacer beasts.
That could have given you in my opinion, might have awarded you 4 levels. To be honest, I would have awarded you 4 levels for beating unbeatable fight.
I have a theory, and feel free to prove me wrong, King, or tell me I'm wrong. But I'm 90% sure that your DM was just going through the monster manual and going, "That looks cool. Let's make him fight that."
You don't even have a. You'll figure that out later. I'm still going here.
Oh no!
So we rolled the initiative. I roll first, unsurprising. I have the highest dex by a mile. It goes me, everyone else. Hit Fiend rolled like a 2 on the dice. We were like, oh my god. And my character looks at the Pit Fiend, looks at my party, and I go, "Hey guys, good luck." And I run. I double dash my happy ass away.
Fuck
this shit, I'm out.
Nope.
I had 1 vial poison left, which would not have helped because it's a Pit Fiend.
Yeah.
I had like 5 HP left. So I was like, yeah,
No.
I'm not about this life. So zoom away.
Zoom away to a place far away.
And everyone else is like, you know what? That's a good idea. And they follow me. The Warlock, who was done with the Bard ship, because at this point, he used one of his free actions to start singing and let the bodies hit the floor.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
The Bard.
What?
Just the Bard doing Bard things.
Trips the Bard and then runs.
Worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the Bard knew what he was doing, and everyone knew he was a pain in the ass. He knew, and the Bard knew he was a pain in the ass. So I'm pretty sure he was like, yeah, no, that's justified. I asked for that.
Let me guess.
I mean, I would have done if I saw the Pit Fiend, even if I was a good Bard, I'm like, okay, free action, I'm going to start singing, let the bodies hit the floor.
Like, if it was the first thing he did, I don't think we would have been that done. But after everything we've been putting up with him at this point, we were so done with him.
How stupid did this man sound, by the way?
Oh god, don't even. But anyway, so he doesn't end up being killed. No, he still goes before the Pit Fiend. He gets up and he dashes away. Pit Fiend does throw attacks, but he can't roll above a 5. So we get out of the mines, and for some reason the Pit Fiend can't follow us. So we're out of the mines. We're like, oh my god, holy fuck. Mm-hmm. And this is where the session ends. This is all one session. And as we get ready to end, I'm like, hey, Dungeon Master, do we level up? Because even though we don't, kill an encounter just by encountering, you get half the XP. He's like, sure, based on everything, you guys could be level 4.
Okay.
And I'm like, that was a CR 17. We should be at least level 12, but I'm not going to make that fight.
Yeah.
So I go into assassin. I double up on my roguiness. I get
Put more rogue
alert.
in your rogue.
I get alert as my feet. So I'm going first always.
Oh no.
And then that's where we ended up. Second session, I show up late. Everyone left me.
The fuck?
So I have to catch up with them. And on my way, I wolves and I kill them. I skin their pelts and all that. So I put them in my bag. We end up in another small village where I catch up with them. We sell all my stuff up. We make like 12 gold. We learn more about the king of the forest, the wolf that we were told about. We learn about a bandit camp, all that kind of fun stuff. And the dude called the Bandit King.
Oh no.
So we decide to go hunt the king of the forest because we need money for the boat.
How much was the boat tickets?
We didn't ever get a price. We still haven't been to the port town, but between all of us, I think we had like just shy of 300 gold, and there was like 6 of us.
I would.
And we still haven't recouped all our stuff from all we spent in the mines to get out.
Okay.
And we haven't kitted up since we leveled up.
I wanted to say if I would have run this game, but differently, and you had to get to the port, I would have made the tickets like maybe 5 gold, maybe even a couple of silver. It's just
we weren't concerned about the tickets. We were just concerned about like what we would have left over after we got healing potions, resupplied everything, got new armor, new weapons, because again now we're level 4 versus being level 1. So we needed to re-kit out.
Yeah, you got to get.
So we weren't sure what money we would have left over after all that if we could afford to get onto the boat.
Yeah, I get you.
So we go to hunt down the Forest King. We're down this big forest. Characters start getting picked up left and right, like being taken up by these figures dropping from the trees. Me, the barbarian, and the fighter are the only ones who don't get picked up because we're like, they're stealthed with me. We're doing really good checks and all that. So we find the bandit camp. We're not even looking for the bandit camp. We find the bandit camp. Oh no. This is where everyone's being held, and we can see them being pulled into the camp. So using some smoke bombs I had in my kit that I picked up, I throw them into the camp, and we get people out. As we're getting ready to leave, the Forest King shows up, this giant fuck-off wolf, and we're like, oh, God. And then all of a sudden, we see this giant golden light fly from the bandit camp and slam into the forest wolf, right?
Yeah.
And it does 2d20 worth of damage.
The fuck?
The Bandit King appears.
That better be a one-time use ability.
And starts fighting the forest wolf and only doing d20's worth of damage.
The fuck?
And I'm just standing there looking at my crew, and we're like, yeah, no. So, like, guys, I have only 2 smoke bombs left. This is what's going to happen. I throw the smoke bombs, and then we just run the fuck away.
Fuck that shit, we're out.
Yeah, we were able to loot some stuff from the bandit camp before we got out, so we now have somewhere around like 500 gold. So I'm fairly happy with what we have.
Yeah.
So we get to town, escaping all that shit.
Okay.
My lord. So we're in town, we do our shopping, all that. We go find the dude with the boat. He's not selling passages to the boat. He's selling the boat. Apparently, he's done. He's ready to call it quits. Okay. So he's willing to sell the boat for like 300 gold. We just have enough money left from everything we've done to buy the boat. At this point, I'm really done. Like, really, really done. So as we buy the boat and the dude ends the deal with us and we're leaving this like really shady place, I kill the captain. I slit his throat, I get our money back, and I kick him into the ravine.
I mean, I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, you're a rogue. Have to be expected.
So we gather together, get onto the boat, and then as we leave the island and start sailing away, we're attacked by, you want to guess?
The bandit.
The Kraken.
The Pit Fiend.
The Leviathan.
Hey, I was close.
Oh, God. That thing is maybe on the same CR as the fucking Tarrasque.
So yeah, we're being attacked by it. We have these ballistas on the boat. We're shooting from the ballistas. We're getting some okay damage here and there. It's pulling us in. It grabs me and eats me whole. I make a last-minute dagger throw into the roof of its mouth with a rope on the dagger, and I'm just hanging there.
Dangling.
And the bard.
Oh, no.
The bard.
Oh, no. No.
He grabs a spare thing of canvas, wraps it around himself, pours alcohol all over him, and he catches himself on fire, and he jumps into the mouth of the Leviathan and casts pyrotechnics. He's like, I'm going to save you, as he hits the water in the mouth of the Leviathan that's in the water.
Doused.
So now he's just this giant smoke ball being swallowed by the Leviathan. I watch as it falls down the gullet as I'm hanging on the roof of the Leviathan's mouth. And I see this big ball of smoke go by me, like, what the fuck was that? And he ends up in the belly of the Leviathan where he dies, and this is where the bard ends.
At least he finally died.
Yeah.
He died as he lived. Retarded.
Yes.
As soon as I saw him go by, and I just like let a moment pass, I said, "What? Not going to sing Good Gracious Great Balls of Fire?"
Salt on the wounds.
He didn't say anything for the rest of the game.
That's so stupid. I love it.
So anyway,
You offended him to shut the fuck up. I approve.
I approve too.
I'm trying to figure out how to get out of the mouth. The barbarian gets eaten. I catch him before he goes into the gullet because I actually see the character. All I saw was a giant ball of smoke. I may have caught the bard. That would have been a real moment there for me to think about.
No, but deserved.
But yeah, I caught the barbarian, and I kick off the mouth of the dude into the proper mouth where we can see the gills, and I swim us out the gills into the open ocean. And we get back onto the boat, and we do enough damage for the Leviathan to leave us. And we sail away where the game ends, we never meet again, and that's where it dies.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
Not gonna lie, I would not have stuck around that long.
Oh, yeah, same.
Like,
I want to say I lasted.
this Glacier Beast, I'm like, dude, that's a bit high.
Yeah. Like I said,
Pit Fiend, dude, that is way too high.
Yeah. Leviathan. Same by Sierra as the fucking Tarrasque, if memory serves it correctly.
It's absurdly too high. The thing doing D20's worth of damage was also just one thing after another of absurdity.
Sure he wasn't trying to write a book? And you were his kept the audience?
What I'm all amused about is all the stuff I got pulled away with that like I shouldn't have been able to pull off with, I was able to by either convincing through well-worded argument or just by the dude like, oh, that sounds cool, do it.
Okay, so the DM was also a dumbass.
I mean, one of my favorite rules is for a good DM is they won't say you can do something, they say you can try.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's story 1.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, I would say another good example of a good DM is the fact that this chucklehead here would be sit there and make a flamethrower.
True, but what did Loki say? You can try or you can.
Yeah, so story 2. This takes place back in my days of 3.5.
Oh, no.
I was playing a dragon priest.
Okay.
Which was a class released a little bit later in 3.5. It has features later on that lets you become a dragon.
Okay.
It fundamentally works like a dragon-raced sorcerer until later levels. So, but anyway, we were level 3, 4, somewhere around there. And we were tasked to go find an enchanted shovel. It's been so long, I can't tell you why we had to get this item. I don't remember the context around it. All I actively remember was we have the shovel, we're on our way back to deliver the shovel, and as we are traversing to go deliver the shovel, we see this giant shadow just blanket the area, and we look up and we see a giant, ancient white dragon.
Let me guess, it wants to shovel.
And it lands and is going to kill us.
For the shovel, right? Please tell me it wants to
Nope.
shovel.
It just is hungry, apparently, and we looked tasty.
It's better off eating a mountain or something.
And we roll
Or
initiative.
200 cows.
Yeah.
We all roll higher than the dragon.
Okay.
I go first. I make a perfect illusion of us in the opposite direction of us. Then I turn to the fighter and I'm like, use the shovel. Dig.
Dig a hole. Dig a hole.
We don't know what the shovel does, but I'm like, we can't outrun this thing. The best chance we have is just dig down. Dig down deep, and maybe we can get somewhere.
It's like, oh, time to diggy hole. Let's go.
So my turn goes.
And I'm digging a hole.
Comes fighter. Fighter starts digging. The shovel's one of the shovel's main enchantments is super dig. Apparently, he starts burrowing like a motherfucker, and then we fall into the hole because we're all in the same area. So we fall into the hole he produces, and he digs 70 feet in the one turn he has. So we're safely deep underground. The dragon failed its check against my illusion, so it's now distracted and going to go after the illusion.
Okay.
So it attacks the illusion. We dig and keep fucking digging until we just go. We go the direction we know the town is in. And eventually the DM's like, all right, you guys escape the encounter. It can't catch up to you. It destroyed the illusions and left. So we dig back up and we go to town. The DM honors the thing of us getting half experience from the dragon. So we all jump to level 15.
Okay.
And at this point, I decide I'm going to become the bad guy.
Wait, I think you told me this story.
I want to hear this story.
So the town that we are delivering the shovel to is the magic capital of the world. and we delivered the shovel. We get like 200 gold, something like that. Whatever.
Okay.
And then we get a year of downtime from the DM to like basically account for our rapid level up. So we start incorporating our level up, picking our stuff. I take my stuff in Dragon Priest. I become a red dragon wormling because of the feat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I decide to start abusing the fact that we're in the magic capital of the world.
Oh no.
I use my background as a magic researcher to go and incorporate myself into the magic archives through several really high intelligence checks and arcana abusing checks. I make very good impressions, and doing so well, they say that I can access any trove of knowledge that I wish and can be introduced to a magic specialist, if they exist, to learn something from. You know what I choose?
Oh no.
Chaos.
You know what I choose?
I heard what you chose. I'm just waiting for someone else to guess.
I chose chronomancy.
Oh yeah.
Time magic. Oh no.
So I find all the stuff they have on time magic. And then I abuse this because I am a dragon now.
Oh no.
So I find a spell that can forcefully age something however long it's basically active. Through my contacts, I make an area where I can put myself in and age several thousand years in some very short time. I do this. I become an ancient red dragon.
Oh no.
But that wasn't good enough for me.
Okay.
Goes an
Violence.
ancient white dragon.
Violence was chosen, and it shall be delivered.
Of course.
So after I become an ancient red dragon, I use my scales to pay back the nice people who helped me. And then
Naturally.
I use some more favors to find demonmancy, the magic around demons.
Oh no.
I summon a demon, become very good friends with this fiend. He teaches me how to use different types of fiend magic, and I learn about how to become a lich.
Oh no. You become a Dracolich.
Oh,
I become a Draco Lich. So, me now being an ancient red dragon Draco Lich, I decide that's not good enough. Because in 3.5, there's these things called Elder Liches.
Of course.
So, I age myself as a Lich, becoming an Elder Lich, and make 2 more phylacteries.
Oh no.
I put my first phylactery in a pure antimantine cube that I bought using my dragon scales, sealing it perfectly in this indestructible cube, and I bury that fucker deep underground, like 600 feet underground.
With the shovel.
So that's gone. Second phylactery is a pebble that I yeet out into the ocean.
Yeah.
The third
Have
phylactery
yourself a word away.
The third phylactery is a grain of sand I put in the desert.
At that point, it's petty. But continue.
So now I'm functionally unkillable. This whole time, the DM's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? And I just repeat, white
Because
dragon.
White dragon.
Revenge.
White dragon. And then my other party members, so they don't feel left out, I'm using my connections and my scales and for my dragon form to make them really cool armor and items and shit. So they're getting nice stuff too. I'm just doing it at an accelerated rate.
Yeah, all while secretly plotting in your head. It's like, don't come fight me. Don't come fight me. It's like, I am your friend, not the big bad evil.
Well, they couldn't have beat me at this point.
Fair, but at the same time, it's like, do I really want to fight these guys? No, I care about them.
They're my buddies. I'm making sure they're getting some good kickbacks. So, the year of downtime ends. I'm fully prepared. We're fully prepared. We end up going to the 9 hells.
Oh, God.
So we're in the 9 hells. And, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I call my demon buddy. So my demon buddy shows up. He's like, yo, what's up? I was like, hey, can you help us out here? So he starts guiding us through the 9 hells. He shows me his arch nemesis. I'm like, you're my buddy. I'm going to kill that guy. So I kill that guy. And one of the magics I got from the archives was soul magic. And I fused the fiend soul with my soul. And now I become part archfiend. So I'm an ancient Draco Elder Lich archfiend.
At this point, when does DM say, "Oh shit, I awakened the Kraken. I awakened a demon."
And I'm like, hey DM, what happens when an archfiend eats a soul in this thing? He's like, well, they gain a +1 to all their stats. And I'm like, DM, does that account for me? He's like, yes.
And this is when he knew he fucked up.
He already fucked up. He's gonna make
oh, no.
lie in it.
My only response was, so I start eating souls until all my stats were minimum 100.
You chose hate. It's not even violence.
I chose violence.
You choose absolute destruction.
And due to this upset, the 9 princes decided to target us, and we start fighting the 9 princes, which we decimate due to, well, me. And you know what I do with their corpses and souls after we're done?
You made them into armor, and you ate the souls.
I make 9 legendary items off of the souls and bodies of the princes.
Of course.
And I share them with my party. And I keep one amongst myself.
The main question of that becomes, what are the flavors of their souls?
So we finish all this up, and I'm like, well, I guess we leave now. We decimated the whole upper rulership of hell. There's nothing left here.
You put your friend in charge.
I ate the whole souls of the bottom rung. So we're getting ready and I'm ready to leave my buddy in charge. Then the DM's like, no, you're not leaving yet. He sends Orcus after us. The god, Orcus.
Okay.
So we started fighting Orcus. We have 9 legendary magic items made from the Princes of Hell. I have over 100 in every one of my stats. We body Orcus.
Yeah. Because let's stop for a moment. Let's stop for a moment and think of what your character is at that moment in time. You are an ancient dragon, an elder lich, an archfiend that has devoured many souls, including at this point now the 9 princes of hell. With the only real method of killing you to destroy, 3 items that you have scattered throughout the world and damn near impossible to find places. So, yeah. I don't see how that fight would go any other way.
What happened?
So we body Orcus. And as we kill Orcus, I catch his divine spark, which is the soul of a god. And I'm like, hey, DM, divine sparks are souls. He's like, yes.
Technically, why?
My absorption spells absorb souls into me, correct? Yes. Cool. I absorb Orcus's soul and become a god.
God damn it.
Yeah, I think
DM
at
is
this
just
point he
like-
could throw an army of turtles at your ass,
No.
and you would still end up on top.
No. At this point, the DM is doing that Jackie Chan meme where he's just holding his head like, what? Why? And then you're just a Giga Chan in the corner like, yes.
Yes.
So the campaign ends.
Oh,
And there's the new god.
Yes.
what were you the god of?
I was the god of hell.
Amongst other things.
So yeah, this is taking a horror story and going, I see what you're doing here. Then I chose to be the big bad.
Yeah, you chose to become the horror story.
For the DM. I think this is more of a glory story than a horror story. A horror story for
Glory
the
for
DM,
him.
yes.
Yep.
A glory story for you,
In which,
King.
yes, in which still to this day you can hear his cries of as he wakes every night in fright and horror of what have I done.
Quick question, King. Did he?
Honestly, if I was the DM of this, I would have made King's character canon as the god of hell.
Yeah. And every other game, each player, and those player
Well,
characters.
that's actually what I decided to do for myself. So every game I run now, Ishmaelian Taurus, or as I now call him, Ishtar, is the god of hell, balance, and lost souls.
Of course.
Keep in mind, he is a fucking elder Dracolich.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're forgetting Archfiend as well.
And
Who also has 9 legendary magical items made from the bodies and souls of the 9 princes of hell, one of which is a ring, and that's the main reason why we bodied Orcus. My ring was based on my intelligence save, which because we're in hell is technically infinite because I could just eat souls.
Yeah.
And if you fail the check while you're in the radius of the ring, you can only actually use basic abilities. So like spells, all those are canceled out.
Oh. Hey, King, can I borrow your god elder lich once in a while, please?
You are not bringing him into the goblin cart.
Oh, no. I might make him into
that's my character's deity.
I'm going to
Ishtar
probably
only
slide
has
him in
2
somewhere.
tenets. The tenets of Ishtar are don't be a dick, and when you see someone being a dick, you can be a dick back.
One of our jobs is to be a dick.
That's the only reason why.
Like,
That's it.
what if we're being paid to be a dick?
Those are the only 2 things necessary to follow the religion of Ishtar. Don't be a dick and punish people for being dicks.
Again, what if you're being paid to be a dick?
There could be some wiggle room there. Like, he's a very chill deity, mainly because he started as a human, so he gets it.
Okay. With that funny-ass
I'm a
story.
Chris has this story to tell, remember?
Oh, you do?
I think it was just pretty much Goblin Cart shenanigans.
Yeah, it's basic comic, and you can watch that on the channel. Links to that in the description below, and in the playlist that's probably in the I button somewhere in the corner.
And remember, all DMs out there, be careful about who you piss off and who you try to TPK, because you might find someone who will decide to read the fine print.
Or find someone that's like, oh yeah, I cast petty. What? Petty. With that all said and done, Chris, do you have anything to show for us? Because I know you're the only streamer in this call.
Nothing that immediately comes to mind. Remind me what could possibly have been with our goblin cart?
What could have possibly been?
Yes. Because
I mean,
I sat there and made a flamethrower successfully that I had I had the further spiraling thought of attaching it to the bear.
I mean, I tried to convince you to attach it to my cart that I'm making.
You can attach the bear to the cart too. I will allow that. However, the bear must feed on the souls of the damned. Have fun looking for the souls of the damned.
We don't need to look. We can make that.
You do realize my character now officially worships Ishtar.
I know. But with that all said and done, more craziness coming soon. Thank you for watching Counsel of Jester Side Quest Edition. And see you later.